The day I get to see Machu Picchu was finally here. As I share with you some of the beautiful footage I was able to take on this epic visit to one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, I wanted to share with you some tips regarding Machu Picchu that will hopefully help you when you are planning your trip here. Let's get into it. So the first tip I have is to get early morning tickets to see the Machu Picchu sunrise. I asked my tour company directly if this was possible and they made it happen. We woke up very early, but the crisp morning air and the stillness of the town were worth it. As you can see here, the ride up to Machu Picchu is high, narrow, and full of sharp turns. If you're someone who gets carsick easily, taking medication beforehand might be helpful. Also, if you don't have a tour guide to remind you, let me be the one to say you will need your passport and your tickets with you to enter. Different circuits require different tickets, so make sure you pick the one that is best for you. We've made it through the entrance of Machu Picchu and it is like 6 a.m. and it's gonna be great. I'm excited because we're gonna see it for the first time. And it's so worth getting up early because I'm jet lagged anyways. Hi, Lillian. Ellie's coming. We have this staircase left and probably more. Woo-wee! So going up these steps were nothing compared to doing something like the Inca Trail hike, but it did get our heart rate up first thing in the morning. This brings me to tip number 2. Wear comfortable shoes that you don't mind getting dirty. My white shoes were nearly brown by the end of the tour. It'll depend on the tour and which circuit you choose, but you will likely do a lot of walking and a lot of climbing, so I can't recommend this enough. Before we jump into tip number 3, can we just take in how beautiful this sunrise is? This is the kind of magic you may be able to see when you choose to go early enough for the sunrise. I wouldn't have traded this view for anything. It literally took my breath away. Another thing I really liked about the morning tour was that there were significantly less people than there were in the afternoon. We got all our photos taken very quickly and were able to take it all in without pushing through a large crowd. Okay, so moving on to tip number 3, wear layers and bring a hat. It was really cold in the morning, but as you started walking and the sun began to come up, it got much warmer. Depending on your tour length, it might be worth bringing sunscreen with you so you can reapply it. Try to go prepared so you are comfortable through the entire experience. Just for reference, we were there in early September. Tip number 4, buy bug spray or bug repellent cream at Aguascalientes. We visited a small pharmacy the day before and bought a bottle to use on the day. I can't recommend this enough. We saw a ton of people with bad bug bites all over their bodies. And a bonus tip here, put some on your hands too. If you wash your hands, reapply it. I say this because I got multiple bites on my hand and it was brutally itchy and swollen. More on that in the next video though. On to tip number 5. Bring a bottle of water, but don't drink too much. There are no bathrooms inside Machu Picchu, and once you start walking the circuits, going back to the entrance can be quite far. There are paid bathrooms that you can use before entering, but they only take cash, so make sure you have some on hand. Also, this goes for most of Peru, but don't flush the toilet paper. The last thing you want is to leave a clogged toilet in a busy bathroom. The last Machu Picchu tip I have is to hire a tour guide. Our guide William was fantastic. He was so knowledgeable and explained everything to us in so much detail. I really learned so much and I wish I had had more time with him. I've seen online that you can enter without a guide, but having someone who can walk you through the complex history and point things out as you see it in real life was priceless. We booked on Viator and we loved it. We finished the tour of Machu Picchu and now we're just having drinks and I'm having a Peruvian cookie. It's so good, it's delicious. It's like a soft shortbread cookie with soft caramel inside and like a sandwich. It's like a soft caramel sandwich between two shortbreads that are very soft. So I'm loving this. It was
an early morning, and we did Circuit 1 and Circuit 2, and that was actually pretty long overall. I think the tour was about 3 hours of just us going up and down a lot of stairs and just walking around, seeing all the sights. But definitely you should get a tour guide. It was amazing to like learn so much and have the questions answered. I think it'd be so different if you walked through it not really knowing what was going on and what it meant to people, and it was just fascinating. I'm not like a huge history buff, but it's, I don't know, you appreciate things in a new way when you kind of see it from a different point of view and you learn a little bit. So yeah, it was amazing. And after this, we're gonna catch our bus, go back to Aguascalientes, and probably like have lunch, and then we have to catch our train to our next destination. So yeah, talk to you soon. Hello everyone. My friend and I have parted ways for a little while. Just gonna go get some rest, and I am going to go look for the hot springs because we are literally in the city, which directly translated is hot water. So it's very famous for its hot springs. We heard it's a little bit far, and whew, my gosh, I'm getting tired already. But yeah, we didn't get to go check it out yesterday, so I'm gonna check a map here. Okay, I think I'm going the right direction, just kind of straight. But I didn't want to leave this area without seeing it, so here I am, going off on my own. But it's beautiful, look at this. So I made it to the entrance of the hot springs, but apparently you have to pay. I knew you have to pay to get into the hot springs, but I think you have to pay to actually get into like the area itself. And because I'm not going actually inside the hot springs, I don't want to pay for it, so it's too bad. I thought I'd take a look, but yeah, looks like that's not gonna happen. You know you are in Hot Springs Town when there are bathing suits everywhere for sale and rental towels. Thanks so much for joining me on my Machu Picchu adventure, and I hope you found some of these tips helpful. There are things that I wish I had known before going. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next video of the freezing cold train ride back to the city and an update on my bug bite that caused an unbelievably swollen hand. See you soon!